Hello students and welcome back to our English slang video series. In this 17th video, we're going to combine slang words together. We're going to talk about two different slang words, but we're going to talk about how they go together and they're related to each other. The names of these slang words are to stand on business and to want the smoke or to not want the smoke. So we have funny pictures here. Standing on business is like standing with your head held high. And I'll talk more about the meaning later, but we have a picture representing standing on business, and then who want the smoke. Normally be who wants the smoke, but we're talking about English slang here. But the main slang expression here is want the smoke, and then the main one here is to stand on business or standing on business. So my name is Ben with English from A to Z, and let's continue with our English slang video series. Let's get started. So I'm going to do this video a little bit differently than the other English slang videos. I'm not going to talk about written examples so much, but I want to show you visually how these examples would look. So some written examples, but done so visually. And I got these two from Twitter or X, the social media platform. So they both talk about stand on business and or want the smoke. Now the first one is kind of a good combination of the two slang words. Winners don't run from the smoke. Now, when you think of smoke, you think of danger, right? So smoke is indicating there's a fire nearby, or there's danger, or there's risk involved. Well, winners don't run from the smoke. So when you hear about smoke in this English slang, which is new to me too, the smoke, or to want the smoke, or run from the smoke, or to get the smoke, this is kind of a new thing. But I think it started in hip hop culture a bit, but I find it very interesting because you're not running away, or you don't want to run away. You're okay with the danger, or you're okay with confrontation, or standing up to a bully or to a possible threat. So this one combines these two slang expressions. Winners don't run from the smoke. They stand on business. So when you stand on business, you stand on principle, you stand on your belief in yourself, you're confident, you're not running away, you're not leaving the danger, you're facing it head on. So winners don't run from the smoke. They don't run from danger, they don't run from risk, they don't run from possible negative outcomes or possible, they're basically they're confident, they're brave, they like to take risks. So winners don't run from the smoke. Instead of embracing the danger, the risk, the uncertainty, they don't run from it, they embrace it. So they stand on business. So you could also make this one sentence. Winners don't run from the smoke because they stand on business. So in this tweet that I liked personally, I thought it was very good. Winners don't run from the smoke, they stand on business. Or winners don't run from the smoke because they stand on business. And here's another example from a hockey team. I happen to like this team. Washington Capitals didn't want the smoke. So you have the Capitals here as a man who's wielding a knife. Now, I don't condone violence of any kind, but to make an example, the Capitals, right, didn't want the smoke, okay? So it doesn't talk about a person per se. It's goal differential. So you read here, the Washington Capitals have qualified for the playoffs with the W. W meaning win. So it's an abbreviation for win here. So goal differential, because the Capitals were tied in the standings, the goal differential, they were like, hey, you guys can make the playoffs. It's a bit of a silly example, but didn't want the smoke is not the Capitals, represented by the Eagle here, but they didn't want the danger, the goal. I'm laughing a little bit. The goal differential, the reason why they wouldn't make the playoffs, they didn't want the smoke of the Capitals being higher scores than the other team. Basically, you have to understand, didn't want the smoke basically means didn't want the danger, didn't want the issue, they didn't want the confrontation. And you stand on business is when you want the confrontation, you want to face things head on. You're not looking for a physical confrontation, I want to make that clear, but you're standing confidently, you're facing danger, you're facing threats, you're not worried too much, you're basically confident, you're standing on business, you're standing on principle. You believe in yourself, you want to do well, you think that you know what you're doing, So winners, they don't run from the smoke. They stand on business. They stand for opportunity. They stand to make something of themselves. They understand risks involved in life. They understand threats, but also opportunities. So when you don't want to smoke, you want to get away. So if you don't want danger, you don't want risk, that's okay. But if you stand on business, you stand on principle, you stand to believe that you can do what you can do, anything you set your mind to, and you're confident in your own abilities. So you're standing on business. You're standing on your self-esteem and your self-belief. So this is a little bit complicated. I usually do one English slang, but these two are becoming more popular in at least in American popular culture. Stand on business, want to smoke. You're going to see these sometimes. I saw these on Twitter just recently, basically on the same day, and sometimes they're combined. Winners don't run from the smoke. In this case, it's two sentences, but winners don't run from the smoke. But you could say because or and they stand on business. So didn't want the smoke. Sometimes you'll see, hey, he didn't want the smoke. He didn't want any issues. He didn't want to deal with it. He didn't want to, face the problem head on. If you stand on business, you stand on principle. You stand on self belief. You have good self esteem. So this is a 2-for-1 in this video. I hope you enjoyed it on standing on business and want to smoke. And if you have any other examples, please let me know in the comments. I'm sure I could do a longer video, but I wanted to show you all just how popular English slang is on social media, whether that's Instagram, whether that's Twitter or X, whether it's Facebook or maybe even TikTok, I guess. You're going to find that in English slang, it's constantly evolving. So want to smoke or standing on business, they've become more mainstream now. You have a major NHL hockey account with the Washington Capitals stating this on their official Twitter. This is a real tweet, I should say. Didn't want to smoke. And then you can have people just randomly comment. And you're going to be like, well, if you're not familiar with English slang, you're going to be like, what do they mean winners don't run from the smoke? Or what do they mean they stand on business? Well, now you know. Don't run from the smoke is you don't run from the issue or you don't run from the danger. Standing on business means you stand for yourself. You stand up for yourself. You stand up for your principles, your beliefs, and you do as you feel or as you want. Within reason. So hopefully this makes sense. I like to combine these two because they tend to go well together. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this 17th video in our English slang series, probably one of our most popular, and I hope to do more in the future. If you like this video, check out our other great YouTube videos on our channel, from learning the entire English alphabet from A to Z to fixing your sentence errors in order to improve your English grammar. Don't forget to hit the like button below or hit the subscribe button as well to follow us here on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions or would like to subscribe to our official newsletter, go to our website, please, www.englishfromatoz.com/newsletter. Thank you all again, and see you soon for another English slang video. Take care now. Bye-bye.